Welcome, Groove. This is David Lemon for another Groove LemonAid session. This is the number 44 this year. I cannot believe how fast this year is passing by. Just a couple of days ago, I did the 43. We're already on the 44. I mean, time is flying, guys. We need to get something done. So I'm here today to answer some of your questions. I can see already some people are asking questions in the comments. So welcome, everybody. It's good to have you here. For everybody to understand what we're doing, I'm popping up this banner. And yes, so we have worked on exciting things in Groove this week. I will show you some of the things that we have not announced yet, but worked on. But there was two announcements that I deployed, or that I actually shared with you guys. One was for GrooveVideo, and one was for GrooveBlog. So yeah, GrooveBlog got some interesting updates for URL structure. This is something that you guys were waiting for some time. This is for creating SEO friendly URLs in your Groove blogs. That has been made live with some extra fixes and changes there. Yeah, and Groove Video now has the options to upload multiple videos and immediately add them to categories and immediately name them differently and things like that. Nothing major really, but these are some changes that will make the flow of your builds, of your management of your assets a bit easier. We have another interesting thing for GrooveKart. I'm going to share with you something for GrooveKart. Let me just fix my autofocus on my camera. Give me just one moment. Let's see here. Okay, should be better now. Okay, cool. So GrooveKart is getting something really awesome, and it's actually here. So let me just give you a sneak peek of what you are already able to use. So without any kind of introduction, without a lot of introduction, 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'm going to show you what GrooveKart has done. This was been in development for quite some time. We are finally ready to unveil it or reveal it. And this is when you log into your dashboard, head over to settings, and now we have API and webhooks. This may not mean a lot to you guys, but this is huge. This is basically the keys to open the door to the world of connecting GrooveKart to other platforms in the world. So this, using webhooks, you can connect your own email service provider. For example, if there is an abandoned cart from GrooveKart, you can get the, I don't know, your email marketing service that you're using, Sendio or Active Campaign or something, to actually send out campaigns for that, which is awesome, and is basically opening the world up to a lot more possibilities with GrooveKart. So this makes me super excited. This alone is going to open the world to a lot of awesome stuff. Let me just show you some more things. So let's just say okay, yeah, let's start from the beginning. So webhook is when you're sending out information from your store. So this is when you're using webhook. Something happened on your store and now you want to share that information somewhere else. Let's just say you got a customer purchased something, and then you want to connect this trigger to another app. Let's just say somebody purchased something and you want to mark that purchase on a Google sheet, for example, an Excel sheet or something like that. That's for webhooks. API, when you want to send and receive stuff from your store and to your store. And this is a bit more complex. This is mostly for developers who are working with developing software that communicates with the platform. For you and I guys who are just like looking to send information from our stores, we are going to use webhooks. So and this alone, this what I'm showing you here, this is the first step to a full SDK and the GrooveKart app stores. That's the next step where we're going. When we finalize the API and webhooks, we're moving over to work on the necessary improvements of this so that we can open up very soon an app store for GrooveKart, which is awesome, which is super cool, and I cannot tell you how exciting that is. So let me just show you the triggers for webhooks that you can already use. So somebody created an order, you receive a new order, that could be a trigger for something. You can also use an update order. So for example, there is an order and an order has been either fulfilled or shipped or changed or refunded. You can actually use that as a trigger for something. New product was added. You add a new product, then you can automatically have something send out message, hey guys, this is a new product that we added to our store, come check it out. So you can set up automations and triggers with other software using these webhooks. New customer, you received a new customer, you can have this webhook, for example, added to a CRM or somewhere. Updating a customer can update that information. Update product quantity, for example, can also send out an email to users or suppliers or something like that. New abandoned carts, basically you can use your own email marketing service or even SMS and other platforms that are connecting with like you can connect with now. New message from a contact us form. Somebody fills out the contact us form in GrooveKart, you can send that information to somebody or like some other place. So I'm not going to do a demo on how this works. You would need to have a platform which gives you a URL. Would that be Integrately? Integrately, I'm going to just show you I'm missing words. Integrately. Would that be Pabbly? Would that be Zapier? Would that be Integromat? Would that be anything really that provides you a link? So what you need is to either create a Zap or you need to create integration with Integrately or Pabbly, Integromat, Connects, and a lot more that I can just not think of right now. So what you will need to do is use Webhook, and this gives you a URL. So catch a hook. Okay, and this will give you a URL which you need to copy paste into GrooveKart. So here is the webhook URL. As you can see, this is what Zapier gives us, and you paste this in as an endpoint. So what this means is you send information from GrooveKart to this URL, which is going to catch that information that you sent over. So for example, details of a new customer or something. Basically, it's from GrooveKart, you send information to this link. Just consider this link as an address, like an email address of some sort, which receives the information you send it. And then with this information that Zapier, Integrately, Pabbly, Integromat, and the slew of other platforms received, you can do certain actions. Add them to a Google Sheet, send out an email, add them to a CRM, and things like that, which opens up the whole world of possibilities for you guys. So that's very exciting news. I was waiting for this one, and this actually allows you to do a lot more. Like there are fulfillment platforms, and let me just see Zapier. Let's just go back to Zapier. There is. Let's just see if what we can have here. Let's just search for an app. Let's just do Printful, Printavo, Sprintly, Print Perfection, Print Cloud. You can actually have platforms like these that you import products from a store, and when somebody purchases it from your store, then it is actually doing the fulfillment and things like that. Like it's not a full integration to Groove, but you can automate the purchases and the fulfillments through these. ShipStation, you want ShipStation? There we go. Shippo, Easy Ships, Starships, Shipit, ShipClouds, ShipEngine, Shippy Pro, Web Shipper. Like so many apps that you can now integrate with. What you would need to do, if there's a new order, send it to ShipStation, done, and things like that. Like, it's amazing. So there we go. With an API, Groove is entering the big leagues. Well played. Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. Thank you, Dave 11, for the exciting announcement. Yes, my pleasure. I was more excited than any one of you guys, and I'm just saying this. I really don't know, but I was the one that was pushing for this one like a lot. I did multiple meetings and multiple requests to our devs and multiple calls, and just worked on it. So that we can have it as soon as possible. Melissa saying API, it sure does mean a lot. Well done, GrooveKart and the entire Groove team. This is huge. Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you very much, Melissa. Awesome. So yeah, that's possible to work with now. Webhooks are fully done. There is a couple of things that we're changing with the update order and the update customer. By the next week, they should be already done. So if you are setting up any kind of webhooks, update order and update customer, this is still having some changes, but the rest is working fine. The API, oh, by the way, I didn't even mention, I'm just so excited I didn't even mention. For those of you that want to know how to work with this one, I'm going to do a separate video. What I'm just doing right now is just announcing that we have it. We have documentation. In case you click on the documentation, this has a typo. We'll fix this. But documentation is basically showing you the information on how to use and what kind of information is being sent for a product, for customers, for abandoned cart, and things like that. So in certain cases, certain platforms have these strings or these tags or parameters, as they call it, not called first name, but first underscore names. In that cases, we allow you to change these attributes. So for example, first name, you can search for that attribute, and then you can change this parameter. Instead of first name in one word, it's going to be first underscore name. Okay, and then you can change it for this webhook itself. This is needed because, let's just say, Zapier may be looking for first name in one phrase, but maybe Pabbly or ShipStation is looking for first underscore name or first dash name. Different platforms have it set up differently, and this is why we built in this manage parameters so that you can rename the actual information titles or these tags that the platforms are needing. So documentation is there. And now let's just mention API. API is still not out there, so we don't have the documentation shown. You can add new API keys and that's all fine, but the documentation is not yet shown. We are working still on API. There's a couple of things that we still need to improve, and we'll have that very, very soon. So here we'll have, actually here before webhooks, we'll have another tab for documentation on API when this comes out. You can see how it looks like. We're going to be sending specific information that you'd actually tick on in certain cases. So this is the get values, put values, post values, and delete values for those that need this information. As you can see, you can send information and you can get information using APIs. So this is, as I mentioned, more for developers. So exciting stuff. I'm going to stop here because I could talk about this for a long time and different use cases, but that's not what we want to do here. We are here to actually answer your questions. So let me just jump in and then see some of your questions that you have asked so far. Okay, Tropical Cabbage. Hey guys, can you give a 2-minute explanation of what functional role Zapier will play in my Groove sites? What will I use it for? Amazing. We were just talking about Zapier and Zapier and the other platforms. What you could do basically is you can have more functions connected to Groove. Let's just say that we integrate with 15 apps within our platform, but there is so much more that you may want to do, maybe not now, but in the future. So having Zapier and Pabbly and Integrately and Integromat and the rest of these integration apps, it allows you to actually, what I just showed you, send information from one platform to another and then manage it. Let's just say that you have HubSpot CRM. HubSpot CRM is a well-known platform and mostly known for their CRM, and I believe it is free. So CRM is kind of a managing of customers and things like that. Let's just say that you use GrooveSell for selling your services. You're a website designer and now you set up a funnel in Groove and you're selling your services. Now, after somebody purchases, you want to put that information inside HubSpot. How would you do that? You would need either Groove to integrate HubSpot directly, or you could use an integration platform like what Zapier and the others are, and send that information through webhooks or direct integration to HubSpot, for example. And things like that. I cannot give you the information what you need it for, but I can give you some examples what I use it for. For example, if you created kind of a giveaway contest, you may want to kind of track that information. So you may have set up a form on your site. Let's just say you have a GroovePages site with a form. Fill this out. This way you are participating in the contest. Let's just say you did that, and then this form responses you send over to a Google Sheet. You want to mark all of these people. John Johnson filled out on this date with the responses this, and this, and you can do that. You can do different actions with that information. You can send them an email sequence with a different platform that is also not integrated in Groove yet, and things like that. Like it just gives you much more flexibility and connect things together with Groove, even without a direct integration. I can really not go into all of the use cases, but that's just something that we were doing. For example, whenever we Groove was running the Fast Start Marketing Lab course, or it was a kind of a, when you purchased the Groove magazine, then you got also this as a bonus. So for this course, we created a special private Facebook group, and we only wanted those people that purchased the actual package to get added to a Facebook group. And how can you actually manage that? How can you check only those people need to get access that have purchased? So what we did is, using Zapier, we created this webhook from GrooveSell to a Google Sheet. So we were marking each and every name on the Google Sheet who purchased, and through Facebook group automation platform, to a different software, we checked and only approved those people that have appeared on our Google Sheet. That was an example, and we used that for our official Facebook group of the Fast Start Marketing Lab, and it was working beautifully, and it's still actually running, even though we're not selling yet. So okay, hi David, thanks for the updates. Can't wait for a GrooveMember update coming soon. Yeah, we are working on GrooveMember. If you didn't see, there was in the Groove LemonAid 41, that was the last time I did an update. There is nothing new since then. In the first 3 minutes, Susan, I did an update, a 10-15 minute update of what's happening with the new GrooveMember. So if you want, you can check it out. Kevin is saying, I'm trying to add an automatic free Groove membership with my bonuses. There are a lot of choices for free Groove accounts in there. Not sure which to pick. Can you please show that? I'm trying to add an automatic free Groove membership. So you want to award users with a membership to Groove? I'm not quite sure I understand. So you want Groove to be a bonus for your or if you could explain this, Kevin, I would appreciate it. You could target, you could give access to your own membership to a free Groove user if you want that. We have multiple different free accounts because we're running multiple different funnels. So if you just pick each and every one of those that says free, then you would be good. But if you're trying to do, if you're trying to give Groove account as a bonus, I don't think that's possible at this moment using our integrations and automations. Can we configure private email to our domains when we have Groove hosting the domain as custom domain? Do we just add MX and TXT records manually? Yeah, so that's what we're doing as well. I have it configured. I have a domain in Groove, and I just connected these MX records and TXT records, just copy pasting from the platform I'm using. I use Mail. It's nothing that you need to be aware of. They were running a lifetime deal, and I got that, and I'm just copy pasting the MX and the TXT records into Groove, and that's basically all the things that I need to do. That's going to be mostly for you as well. Okay, perfect. Let's just see some other questions. Can I use a webhook to automate an email through Sendio for other areas of Groove? A local business subscribed to a service. The monthly payment is done through GrooveSell and GroovePay. Yes. So you could do that already for quite some time with webhooks in GrooveSell. We have that since the beginning because we ourselves are using webhooks for selling some of our stuff. And at the beginning, we were using webhooks for, I don't even know what we were doing with it, but immediately when GrooveSell was available, we had it. So yes, you can do that already for quite some time. What is the best way to have a local business subscribe to a service that I offer and charge a recurring monthly payment using Groove apps? Just GrooveSell. So services are kind of a digital product or an invisible product, and they are best sold in funnels. I wouldn't do e-commerce store for selling services, which is also possible, but it's better if you're selling in kind of a funnel type of way. So what I would do is I would do bundles like what you see on Fiverr, for example. They are also a service, and they are selling services. So I would do kind of a basic package. Let's just say it's a restaurant, and the basic package, or I should say little gourmet package, you would get I don't know, a meal for two and a kid's meal with a round of soft drinks. That would be a little gourmet. Then the next package would be a big gourmet package, which is like I don't know, a package for 5 people, or a family deal with an appetizer and a soft drinks and a dessert, and at the end you have the king meal or something like that, which is kind of the all, you put everything in there. So that's how I would decide for people already. With local businesses, they know what sells and they know what doesn't sell. So with packages, they could actually sell more of what doesn't sell yet, and sell less. They could actually manage what sells and what doesn't sell. And this way they could get rid of their unused inventory. So that's what I would do. So basically I would create a funnel with packages and promote those packages as something like what Fiverr does. You allow people to select what they want. With API, is it possible to integrate with payment methods that's currently not integrated in GrooveKart, Malaysia payment? So the API, it is not possible to actually handle the payments at this moment. I believe so. We want to kind of make sure that we have the GroovePay and the wallet system in place for Groove, and then after that we can think about more payment methods. Like for example, we have Molly, Razorpay, and Paystack, I believe, scheduled for development and scheduled for integration, but we're holding those off until our wallet system comes for GrooveSell and also for the other apps. So at this moment, I don't think you can connect anything for payment methods with API. Could you please show the footer with cookie consent? Is the footer enough to show we set cookie script in Cloudflare? You could do cookie script in Cloudflare as well. You could do it in just in the GroovePages, they do basically the same thing. They just show up and the user needs to click OK, I agree, or they allow that cookie pop-up shows also privacy policy link where users can click and read more of that. And that's what you could do like with both of the solutions. I'm going to show you in a moment how to actually set it up in GroovePages, but what I want you to make sure is that you have your privacy policy, cookie policy, terms of service or terms and conditions on how you are actually managing the user's data. That is more important than actually showing up on the screen a cookie policy. So once you actually have your these legal pages set up, then you can go into GroovePages and let's just click on a site over here. Okay, so if you go into the blocks, alert bars, and then the last couple of blocks will be the inbuilt cookie policies. So this gray one, green one, and white one. So these will be the cookie policies over here that show up. I'm just going to make it show up on the top right now. But what you would want to do is make sure that you hyperlink some of the words like check our or read more here or something like that. Read more or learn more or something like that. Let's just type in learn more. Learn more here. Okay, and then I select this learn more here. I click on this chain icon, which is going to hyperlink the actual these words that I selected, and I can send people to https domain.com/cookie policy or something. You can decide internal or external. This is basically, does it open in a new tab or in the same tab? I'm just going to open it in an external tab, and then you can just publish your page, and that's going to be it. What you're going to get is the actual, okay, I need to save it. You're going to get this block show up, but the next thing is what I would suggest is to set up a positioning. So if you select the block, you can see here we have the block selected. If you selected this cookie policy alert bar block, you go to positioning and you can say fix to top or fix to bottom. And this when users are going to scroll up or down, this is going to be staying on the top. So let's just try and save and preview. Hopefully it shows up. Okay, it didn't show up. We'll need to probably publish it out. Cookie. Not sure if this is only going to work if I publish the page. I need to publish the whole site. Let's just give it a couple of moments until it publishes. I believe it's done now. Let's just do a hard reload. Okay, so it may be still in the publishing progress, but what you want to do is set up this positioning, and then once it's saved, then users will click this accept option, and then this will go away. So that's kind of what you do with the Groove side of things. The Cloudflare option is going to do the same thing. It just works with a copy paste of the code. My suggestion is do the GroovePages option, because sometimes code comes with extra bloat, extra unnecessary code, which is getting pulled in from external services and is just going to make the load speed of your pages slower. So that's my suggestion. Let's just see. I'm trying to automate a free GrooveMember login with my bonuses for Groove free signups. There are a lot of choices for free Groove in there. Not sure which to pick. Can you please show that? Pick all of them. The reason why we have so many, I'm going to show you here, because we have multiple price points and multiple funnels. We have a new funnel that is running since the last launch, and we had we are actually split testing things. So we have different sales funnels in different price points, and that's why we have the different options showing up there. So wherever you see free or Groove free, you can set it up there. I'm going to show you what I was teaching in the Groove affiliate action challenge as well. So if you go to this little plug icon, this is for integrations and pixels. And in here, you can actually see that there are memberships that you can add. So we have free Groove Cell. That's an option over here. Free GroovePages, GrooveFunnels free, GrooveFunnels free again, and GrooveFunnels free again. So I believe 3 GrooveFunnels free. There is a free Groove Cell, free GroovePages, and that's only in here. Let's just see over here. We don't have anything. And over here, we don't have anything. So basically set up all of those free options with the free signups. Okay. There is the only reason why they're showing up is because of this split testing, and we have the different price points active in our funnels. So wherever you see GrooveFunnels free, add your membership in there. That's the explanation. Where can I go to see a list of all free Groove memberships videos to add to GroovePages? Just go to YouTube. If you see it on YouTube, you can go and add those onto a membership or GroovePages. The only thing is that you should not modify the videos in any form. So in case you download it and then cut it together for some reason, that's violating the policies, first of YouTube, second of our own platform. So don't do that. If you want to use our videos, just embed it on your pages, and that's more than good enough. So anything that you find on YouTube in our YouTube channel, you can use that. Can we install plugin inside Groove just like WordPress? No, and there's no reason for that. We don't want to rely on extra plugins like WordPress. WordPress by itself, it's nothing. It can do blogging, but that very poorly as well. So what Groove is creating is we are creating a full platform that you don't need to buy or install plugins for. Because we are building things in ourselves. So you may want to actually extend the functionalities of the platform, and that's going to be done through apps. We're going to have apps, but those will not need updating or installing, or you will need to add the app but not install or something, not update and kind of worry about security issues, because that's not how things will work in Groove. We will have those apps next year. We're working on an SDK that will allow people to actually develop those apps for Groove, similarly to the Chrome browser extension or iPhone apps or Android apps. So you don't have to worry, okay, there are security issues, but with Groove it's going to be a closed loop. We're not going to give access to all of the user information. We're going to give access to certain aspects of the platform, like extending the capabilities of the page builder, extending the capabilities of certain things, but no access to information of the customers and things like that. What else? Basically that. So you'll not need to worry about security loopholes. You'll not need to update those plugins, and WordPress without plugins would be just very, very poor. With Groove, it's going to be much more powerful. Do we need cookie disclaimer on all our pages for legal compliance? I don't think so. Like, that would be just super annoying for your users. I believe just leave it on your landing page or your main page where you're actually sending traffic, or just have a look what page is clicked the most and put it on there. You show it up once, they agree with your cookie policy, and that's basically it. Perfect. That is it. So yeah, I don't see any other questions on here. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to ask it. Um, the most recent news about in the funnel building world and basically in this online marketing thing is that ClickFunnels, one of the leaders in the funnel building software, is coming up with their version 2 app, and that's super exciting even for me, for a lot of people that joined Groove because they used them, that used ClickFunnels before. That is exciting for a lot of different reasons. Like, there is a company that is doing well, they want to upgrade their platforms to do better, which is awesome, and kudos to them. And there's a lot of trash talk that I don't like we're gonna crush everybody else, and that's kind of something that I don't like every one of these people that created their own companies, created their own software, their goal is to, first, of course, be profitable. Second is to help people succeed with creating sites and funnels and things like that. And I just hate seeing these founders and software developers when they say, "Oh yeah, this sucks. We're going to crush them. We're going to be much better. We're going to do blah, blah, blah." I just hate that kind of talk. So when people ask me, and they ask me like, what do you think about the ClickFunnels version 2? I'm like, awesome. I cannot wait to see how they do it. Like, their customers definitely deserve a better builder experience and the better platform, because what they have currently is just like it duct taped together. So many support issues I believe they have, just because the platform was built on old code, and they definitely have set up something to like a major goal. So they even and I'll share with you an image which actually made us very proud here in Groove. They compared their page speed, their loading speed with of this new platform that they're developing with ours. And here you can see here, let me just move my head here. So they said that their 2.0 platform is going to be fast, but they are already giving us the best and highest scores. So GroovePages is 1.1 second, and this one is going to be 0.9 seconds. So it's not a major difference, guys. You already know that you have the best one. Have a look. Fast Pages 2.2, Shopify 5, and there is no one better than GroovePages. Could we improve? Definitely. Will we improve? Absolutely. So I just wanted to mention that you guys don't have to worry. Like, um, they will need to go through everything that we are going through for 2 years now. They will need to go through this beta feedback loop phase where they have actually sold the platform, and they sold the idea of a new platform, and they will say like, "Oh yeah, we have the new version of ClickFunnels," but it's their marketing is most of the time stronger um, than their actual development and the execution. And that's a lot of marketers are like this. Selling is easier than actually fulfilling on those promises. But I'm definitely interested in seeing what they create. I just wanted to mention this one because people were asking me like, "Well, David, do you think we could crush them?" I don't want to crush them. I really don't want to make anyone seem smaller or worse or things like. I use most of these platforms that I just showed you. I used Kartra, Kajabi, Shopify. I didn't use Fast Pages, but I used Convertri, or like I do they called, I don't even know, I don't even want to know. Convertri, yeah, they're called Convertri. I used all of them, not a lot, but just played around, and I can tell you that what you guys have is one of the best platforms. It will be better, and it will be it will be something that everybody wants because you are creating it. We created this crowdfunding phase type of beta phase where we got your feedback, we implemented that feedback, and that's where we are now. So that's my opinion. Very, very good job for ClickFunnels for creating the 2.0 version and for building it out. I just feel sorry for their community management people and for the people that are managing the feedback portal. It's going to be a huge pain in the ass in the first couple of years, but definitely something that we are looking forward to see what they're creating. We want to compete with them. We want to, of course, you guys joined in this company because you believe it, you believe the vision, and we know that we can fulfill that vision better than any of the development teams I've seen. And we stand where we stand. We welcome competition because competition will make us better as well. So that's my point on that. I don't want to slag anybody, trash talk, because that's not who I am, and I don't think that's positive. So I'm going to just go over and answer some of your other questions. Hey, cool, David Lemon. Any updates on Webinar Live? We don't have Webinar Live. We're still working on the Webinar Automated. We have actually. Let me just quickly show you the things that are constantly being worked on. Let me just copy paste over here the things that were fixed today for the Webinar Automated, so that you can see GrooveWebinar Automated. I'm not going to do announcements about this because it's mainly backend stuff and nothing sexy. Oops, sorry for that. So here you will be able to see on my screen GrooveWebinar Automate. This just went live yesterday. I'm going to show you some of the other things that went live last week. There's huge lists of stuff that we are finding these little small issues like current tab color is not working properly, presenter confirmation email is redirecting to wrong URL, and quill editor in notifications tab, the formatting is all messed up, refreshing screen, questions get deleted, validation bug fixes, and things like that. These are things that need to be done. They are not sexy and they are just not worth an announcement, but we are constantly working on GrooveWebinar Automated. We want to get it up and running as soon as possible. We just want to have it great automated platform, because we are running these streams and webinars and all sorts of content is getting created by us, but we don't have a proper way yet to actually automate so that new people would see again those webinars, new people would see again those announcements and the things that we are working on. So some of these things will need to get fixed before we actually move over to anything else. The GrooveWebinar Automated team is going to work on the GrooveWebinar Live, or is working on the GrooveWebinar Live, but we just want to get one platform done fully, and then the user interface, the fixed bugs, the systems that are working for that platform are going to be transferred over for live. We just do a couple of changes on how the streaming will work, and that's basically it. So that's the progress on the GrooveWebinar Automated, constantly doing changes, constantly doing updates and fixes, and we'll get there very, very soon. Any news about languages in GrooveKart? At this moment, we don't have any information about languages. We have them on the task list, and that they were done, I believe, 50%. We just have the things that we're working on for GrooveKart is finalizing the API and webhooks, and then we are going to be working on upgrades of the products list. So this is the different UI and the structure of the product list, product pages, and also we are doing affiliates, which is very, very exciting. So we're going to allow affiliates very, very soon for GrooveKart stores. For more long, this is, I believe, October or beginning of November, and by the end of the year, I believe we'll have also subscriptions. in GrooveKart, and I believe the languages will be done by the end of the year. So that's the plan. Cool. Any other questions, guys? I don't see a lot of questions from you, so let me know if something is okay. I don't think I mentioned this one. I may have missed it. In Affiliate Action Challenge session number 4, you talk about presenting your affiliate link. Can you cloak the main custom URL with Switchy or just subdomain? Can you cloak the main custom URL with Switchy or just you can do a custom URL as well. So you can set up tropicalcabbage.com, and that would open up your affiliate link with a URL address bar still saying tropicalcabbage.com. So that you can do with Switchy. That's available. I just don't like to use the full-on domain because that is better, has a better use in GroovePages, where I can put pages and funnels and things like that, and with bonuses and such. Switchy I would use mostly with subdomains or any kind of link cloaking platform. I'm experiencing publishing error 404 error code. Could this be the reason? 404 code is where either the publishing is still in progress. We'll need to double check. If you could just reach out to the support team, they could look into it. But I believe is just a publishing progress. Not sure what could be the issue, but definitely reach out to the support so they could track the issue. Okay, cool. So I know that it's Friday and everybody is probably more than tired out of this week, so we don't have a big attendance today. But in case you have any kind of questions, feel free to let me know. Probably I'm going to finish this Q&A in the next 15 minutes, and if you have something to ask until then, let me know. Can I use GrooveFunnels to design an online digital menu for a client that owns a restaurant? Absolutely. Online digital menu, you can even connect it with GrooveSell and sell immediately those food items on there. So for example, you can create a product funnel in GrooveSell where you're selling, I don't know, a pizza and different packages maybe. Yeah, that would be great. If you sell, I don't know, as I mentioned earlier, a little gourmet package for a restaurant, and they get this, and this. They click here, and then in GrooveSell they actually have the ability to purchase that. For more of a add to cart option, like add a salad, add a pizza, add a this, add a that. We will have that for GrooveSell, but I would not do that because the tracking and the whole thing is just not meant for that kind of digital menu. But definitely you can. What you could also do is you say capricciosa pizza, I don't know, $12. Click here to learn more. Then when they click the button, click here to learn more, you can show a pop-up where you explain our pizza is baked in this What we do is we put all organic materials on the pizza, and it's the freshest, best, healthiest pizza you can eat, or something like that. Like, you can also use pop-ups as something that shows up to teach users or teach visitors more about the product and things like that. Any hope for additional pre-designed sites to choose? Yes, we will have them, but at this moment we will focusing on funnels, and we are developing also blocks, like design blocks, and we're developing webinar funnels and normal funnels. That's what the team is working on. So for blocks, we are also going to be doing, and that's coming out real soon, pop-ups. So we're going to be doing a whole another section, as we have design blocks, we have wireframe blocks, direct response blocks. We'll also have pop-up blocks. That means that you can go in there, click on a pop-up block and just add it to a pop-up, and we'll have sign up pop-ups and download pop-ups and all sorts of different pop-ups that you can imagine, pre-designed. So it's not going to be only those wireframe black and white ugly pop-ups. We're actually going to put in the block functionality on a pop-up, so you can just click, drag, change the text, and you're good to go. So that's what the design team is working on with the development team, because we need some more structure inside the app on how to show that and how to handle that. But yeah, we are going to do more sites, but at this moment we're just focusing on blocks, funnels, and pop-ups. When can I create GrooveMail as my autoresponder within GrooveMember or blog? So you can already have GrooveMail as your autoresponder as a paid member of Groove. But connected with GrooveMember and GrooveBlog, you would need to put in a form at this moment. You can also have things automated. Like, for example, if somebody signs up through a GrooveSell form, or somebody purchases access to your GrooveMember membership, add them to a list and send out an email. That's already possible. That you can do already using automations in GrooveMail. For blog, there is a sign up form on the blog. So if you turned on the form functionality in the settings of your blog, and if somebody signs up there, that's basically adding people to a list in GrooveMail, and you can also trigger emails based on signups from GrooveBlog. GrooveFunnels offers a lot more for free. I just want to say thank you. My pleasure, Kerry. Thank you very much for using it. And I just want to say, I don't know in what kind of situation you are, but definitely try and get the lifetime deal as soon as you can. We are doing another launch, and which is going to be for Black Friday. So by Black Friday, that's going to be the final time we are selling the lifetime access. After Black Friday launch is done, we are moving away from this lifetime access. So everybody that joins later on will need to pay monthly for something that you can now get for one-time price. It may be a lot of money, but you can also do these payment plans. But if you just calculate it, what you get for free, now we're going to be we're going to be removing some of those features, and we're going to do kind of paywalls, and we are going to do a lot more, a lot less with free and a lot more with the paid options. But what you get when you pay for the lifetime access is just like, it's unreal, and I just don't see anyone else, ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Kartra, anyone else coming even close to what Groove offers on a lifetime deal. So definitely, if you are in a position, or you have means to get that, definitely get that. Believe me, if you're happy with the free account, you're going to be happy with that decision as well. Can you walk us through getting SMS functionality working? I don't have a Twilio account. I will definitely register, and I will record a video. I don't have it right now, so I cannot do that. When is the agency functionality to be able to host client sites? That's actually being planned out, and I'm working on that with the development. With the dev team. The things that we are working on first is user roles and permissions. So we're working on the functionality of when you add a user to your account, on the permissions they are allowed to see. This is the first step and the phase one of things needed to manage somebody else's account. Because when you are talking about agency, that means that you as an agency owner will need to go and join somebody else's account. So you're going to be a user having a user role and different permissions on their side of things. So the phase one is set up these user roles and permissions, which will allow you guys to have VAs and designers join your account. And the phase two is this agency model, which is built on top of that. This is going to include user roles and permissions for an agency owner to another account. and analytics of that, and managing of the different customers you have under your agency plan and things like that. So first thing first, what we are working on is this user roles and permissions. The next step is going to be this agency. I don't have an exact date. We're working on that fully, and it's going to come, but I do not have an ETA on that, unfortunately. Javier Garcia. Hello, David. There's a tool called Unbelievable Image Optimizer. Have tried. Just want to know to have your important opinion. I have not tried it. Let's just double check. Unbelievable Image Optimizer. Let's see what this tool can do. Unbelievable Image Optimizer. Okay, so this is an image compressor that I think, yeah, so that's something that you could do with other platforms as well. Okay, so they are kind of comparing themselves to other platforms. They do a better job. So optimize size, they do kind of a smaller image with better compression. These these types of things, don't trust these. This is the same image that they just put in this little slider. So this is not something that you can trust. But from their landing page, it looks pretty bad. And it's exactly what I'm talking about. Like, why? Why this woman now? Like, okay, so the unbelievable image optimizer, I believe you don't have to pay this amount of money. What they are putting in here, this could be a sales technique. If you just put in image compressor, type in imagecompressor.com, they do the same thing. This is Optimizilla. You upload your image. I'm just going to use this one. And this is now compressing. It was 1.3 megabytes, and now it compressed it over to 417 kilobytes. It's a 68% compression. If you would like to compress it even more, then you can just decrease the number of colors. And now it's going to put in less than 402 kilobytes. So as you can see, you have this even for free. You can upload multiple files and you can download more files at the same time and have the same compression. I don't think that they will do a much better job that costs okay, so it's $4.99, I believe, but I don't think that you should pay for this one. From my personal experience, they do the same job. They may do it a little bit better, but I don't think that is worth paying for. Imagecompressor.com, TinyPNG, Kraken, and the other ones will do more than enough good job for that. And that's one more thing. Definitely use something like that when you're using any kind of page builder. Would that be GroovePages, WordPress, something else? Image compressor, I always run my images first to image compressor, then put them up in the image library of the platform I'm using. It's just going to save you hosting, save your visitors bandwidth, and it's just a good things to check off your checklist when you're designing. It's just something that you keep in mind. You do it, and then you get used to it very soon, very quickly. Where can we learn the CSS code to implement to GroovePages? To incorporate a certain design would need to learn CSS and HTML. Any resources you recommend? YouTube, Google. There is a dev school or dev3 or what they called. Just Google learn CSS and you can learn a lot of cool stuff. But that's why we built GroovePages, so you don't need to learn the CSS. It's basically a drag and drop builder. If you want to learn more, like how to do curly dividers using CSS, then research specifically that use case and then add that CSS code. Most of the times you're going to find pre-made CSS codes that you can use, and then you don't have to learn CSS. You don't have to write CSS. You just copy paste it. There are also tools, something that I use because I also don't don't know CSS. So let me just show you very quickly. Actually, I'm going to go to groove.cm, and I have a useful tool that is called Easy CSS with a Z. So it's EAZY. EAZY CSS. Easy CSS, no code CSS editor. So it basically shows up on your screen and it allows you to do certain things just on screen. It's a $25 purchase for one time. You get or you pay $50 and you get 4 licenses, and basically it allows you to go on a platform, basically on any website, and do certain things. Like, for example, I click on this button and now I can go and change the color of this button. It's going to not change it only, it's not going to change it really on the site. It's going to just change it here for myself in my browser. So these are some of the things that you could do, and then you can do margins and paddings and all sorts of different things. Let's just see, padding, that's going to be interesting for the whole site, maybe for this one, padding like this and things like this. So you don't need to learn CSS. You can then just go into the editor and copy over the CSS changes that you do. Let's just see, show CSS changes. Let's just do typography here. Change this one and show CSS changes. Then you copy over this one, you paste it in Groove, and that's it. So you don't have to learn how to write code. There are shortcuts around that one as well, but you can also just Google things that you want to do. Is there talk about allowing users to upload their own custom created HTML and host it in Groove? We don't want to do that. We have GroovePages Builder, which is using our own elements and things like that for hosting your own custom created HTML pages. You can use something else. There, you don't need GroovePages then. We don't talk about that because we wouldn't use that, but if you want to use that, you can use something else. Someone who signed up for the free program before Black Friday, will their existing plan curtailed, or the grandfather for 3 websites with hosting? We don't know. Donna said not that long ago that free members are just a hurdle, and basically the paid members are paying for the bandwidth and the hosting and everything for free members. So we're definitely going to be making the free tier smaller. I do not have the information if we are going to be grandfathering in somebody. If we actually if we would announce that, we would get like thousands of more free members joining in, and just one person can create 100 accounts, and that would not be good for our business. So I don't think we are going to be grandfathering people in. We want everybody to upgrade. Of course, we're running a business. We have also costs, hosting costs, video hosting costs, email sending costs, integration developer costs, and things like that. So we don't want to just allow everybody to use a free account and like leave us hanging out there. So I don't think we are going to be grandfathering people in, but I don't have an official word about that yet. What is the best source for all the tutorials that you have done over time, please? Definitely YouTube. YouTube is the only place where you can search for different keywords and find them. What I would suggest is just to go to the Groove Digital YouTube channel and just use the search bar, and then you can find the different options there. Free is lifetime. Yes, free is lifetime, but it doesn't say what exactly is being offered for lifetime. We never said you will have 3 websites for life. We just said you will have a free account for life. GrooveSell will not have any kind of limitations. That is fully lifetime free. We were giving 3 websites. We may still be giving 3 websites, but with less functionality or things like that. We still are discussing the options, but we want people to upgrade because we know that they are going to be finding it more useful. And if they commit, if you pay money for something, you're going to do something with it. That's just how it goes. Free users just like may or may not use the platform, and when they create an account, that's just costing us money. Thanks a lot. You saved my money. A lot of ads was coming about that. Yeah, so these types of platforms will probably push a lot because they are a push marketing. They don't have a good enough offer. This Javier was talking about the image optimizer we checked out earlier. So they are selling something that is available for free, and they don't have other arguments other than we are a little bit better than the rest. Pay us. So definitely not worth it. Mina is saying great info. Thanks, David. My pleasure. What do you think about the loading speed of Convertri compared to Groove? Well, I can show you what ClickFunnels announced the other day. I showed this earlier. I'm going to show it again. This is the research ClickFunnels did, which is like it's completely irrelevant, to be honest. So what they did over here is kind of showed the version 1 of ClickFunnels, which is not true. They have so much bloat and so slow loading speeds that this is just not true. But what they did is here they have Convertri, and they said they load at 1.6 seconds, and they compared it to GroovePages, which loads in 1.1 seconds. To be honest, I don't know what they did and how this is done. Most probably just they put on a piece of text on the page, published it, and then checked it. Not sure how they tested it, but when you test things like page builders, you really need to have the same template built out on each and every platform with the same kind of tracking codes. Maybe they used some tracking codes like a Facebook pixel or something like that on each and every platform. Then it could be a relevant and a full-on scientific research of a page load speed. But I don't know if they did this kind of research and how they did it. But if we have a look what they actually provided here, they said that we're better than everybody else. So hooray for us. But that's not where we're stopping. We have so many plans to improve the code and the different elements and the page load speed inside the builder and outside the builder and the published sites. We have a lot of server infrastructure in plan, and we have a lot of publishing plans that is going to just make things faster, smoother in the builder. So Convertri, I use it. They are kind of one of the first platforms that use the marketing techniques of we are the fastest page builder. Then there was fast pages and lead pages and other pages that I don't even know what they're called. Then there was GroovePages that was kind of using that same marketing technique of we're the fastest page builder. It truly doesn't matter because it only depends what you put on the page. If you use a Facebook pixel and a Google Tag Manager code on any of these page builders, the page loading speed is going to go to a lot of seconds. I'm sorry to take you back about the restaurant online menu build. Do you have any related video? I don't, unfortunately. I didn't do any kind of restaurant builds, but let's just see. I don't think that we have it still, but we may do something similar. What I would suggest is definitely go through the templates and see what's available there. So let's just see if we go to GroovePages and we see what kind of options we have. Let's just start a new site with a complete site. Vegan food delivery, check here. There's a restaurant website. Okay, so let's just click on the restaurant website and test it out. These may already have some things that you want. So restaurant website, whenever you're starting a new site in GroovePages, you can have a restaurant website added. Not sure if this is available on free or not, but you can have a look how we sorted the menu over here. So specialties, you can see view full menu, and I believe we have a menu page. So here you go. This is the menu page. Like, this is not a digital menu though, but what you could do for a digital menu is really just dragging in a button over here or text below and just say buy. Okay, so you click on the button and just say buy now, or just order. You could make this button a little bit prettier with a different color. Oops, not this one, but the button itself. Like this. You could make rounded corners. Order. And then maybe a bit of padding on here so that we made the button a bit wider. Something like that. So now it doesn't look good, of course, because I just did it in a couple of seconds, but from a static menu, you could create a digital menu which you connect to a certain action. So what you could do is also make it negative and pull it a bit up like that, and then users can come over here and order this. Like, you can set up this button. When you click on the button, it's going to link to a purchase page or a different page or a pop-up where you're actually offering a checkout or something like that. And yeah, that's a menu that we have built out already. Let's just see any more questions. I have my kids sign up for a free account so they can learn Groove and have their own online store. Will they be able to do so after the Black Friday promotion when you switch? Yes. So the GrooveKart stores won't change a lot. The other apps will be having less functionalities on the free accounts. So that's the thing. But by then, I do believe we will have also user roles and permissions. So in case your kids would like to just have their own kind of logins for your own paid account, that could work as well. I'm sorry to take you back about the online menu for restaurants. Can GrooveKart be used to create multiple product on a page, something like an e-commerce store, or do you maybe have a tutorial for this? So GrooveKart is an e-commerce store platform. For that one, you could create a store for purchasing food as well for a restaurant. You could do the same things mostly on GrooveKart that you can in GroovePages, but for a restaurant particularly, we don't have a template in there. Can I import what I built in Convertri into Groove by this time? Unfortunately not. You would need to rebuild it in GroovePages. We do have an importer, but it doesn't work as well as the Convertri's page importer, but that we are planning to revisit next year in 2022 and really build out a full importer so that people can import pages without any issues. Also, would I be able to manage their pages and my sites from my lifetime account, or will that be available in Groove Agency account in the future? What you could actually do even now is GrooveKart offers user roles and permissions. So create a GrooveKart store on your account. You have a paid account, you say. So you have a paid account, create a GrooveKart store and create staff accounts for that store, particularly for your kids. And then they can just use your lifetime account without any kind of issues. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're here in Groove. I'm going to open GrooveKart and one of these stores. So let's just say that this is your account. You just create a store on here. Okay, then you go into the admin dashboard of that one particular store and you head over to settings and then staff accounts over here. So you just add a staff account. You create a staff account for your kid. First name, last name, email address. You can also put in some password and then choose the permission that they will have. If they already have their own Groove accounts and they are managing everything already, you can give them a store admin access and then basically click save. This will allow them to have full access to this GrooveKart account, but they will not be able to manage your main lifetime groove.cm account. So that's what I would do. Sorry, David, again, on cookie policy, should we put cookie policy on every website and page, including the affiliate opt-in in bridge pages and sales pages? Just put it in the footer. I would say put it in the footer on those pages where you are not full hardcore selling. Most of the times on the main offer page or the landing page, you will need that some sort of legal pages, and on the upsell, maybe even put it on every page, yes, but not kind of a pop-up way, just as a footer, very very small footer, something like this. Let me show you. So what I would do is find something like this. Look at this. So here in this restaurant, copyright your restaurant, all rights reserved, and then terms of service, privacy policy. Just these text links, nothing fancy, not this big part, but just text like this. And you can do these two links, which are going to link over to your legal pages. And that's it. You don't need anything fancy, just very small at the bottom of the page. You would want to have it on most pages, where people may click over on those. In Kartra, they have pre-built campaigns which include tags, pages, sequences, all of it. Will we have those in Groove also? I can give you one better. So we'll not only have that, we'll have a full-on funnel map. So you know how Funnelytics and wait a minute, I had a God, I wish I remembered that one now. I'm going to find it now. Give me just one moment. I'm going to show you something that we are also planning. There we go. I found it. So if you head over to prettyfunnels.com, prettyfunnels.com. This is a funnel mapping tool, which is free, so you could use that. But you could create these types of funnel maps, like you have a page, and then you get them a sign up page, and then a checkout page, and the call to action, and then you connect these together, and then have people go from here, and then you set how many people go, like what's the percentage of people that went from one page to another page, and things like that. So this type of funnel map we will build into Groove itself. So our I don't know what we are going to be calling this, but we will have a full-on funnel map with functionality so that you can click on it and actually edit this page. On top of this, we are going to allow, I don't even know if this service has it, we're going to allow to build out your email sequence the same way. So you pull in an email, you click on an email, type out the email, then you connect it to a automation or integration, or you connect it to another email, so you create a sequence, and everything fully built out in this type of a visual way. Then you could also connect the checkout page. You click on the checkout page, you set up your product, you will have a full-on product builder as well, or a sales flow builder. So you click on the checkout page, it's going to open the sales flow, you put on your products that you want. It's going to be awesome. So that you actually export all of this in a visual way. This is going to also allow you to create webinars and webinar funnels, and this by itself could be also connected to a partner contract. So what you could do is you set up your own business. Let's just say you're selling design web designs for hair salon. okay, for hair salon web design services. You create the funnel, you create the checkout pages, landing pages, the products, you create the email sequences, you create the funnel map, everything. And then you can connect it, hook it up to a partner contract, and you can say, you can sell this funnel map with all of these things created. And anybody that imports this into their Groove account, they'll be connected to this partner contract to you. So you kind of created a small franchise. Everybody that imports this project, you're going to get a little piece of that. So that's even more awesome. You can create these little franchises with your own setups, with this funnel mapping and things like that. So I mean, that's a plan. It will take us a little bit of time to create that, but we have partner contracts, we have email sequences, we have pages, we have products. We don't have the sales flow builder yet. That's coming, but most of the things we need is done. We'll need to just develop this funnel mapping and then have a technology to actually import and export and import these types of funnels with all of these assets into another account. That's a next year project, or yeah, that's a next year project, but it will be super cool. So yes, we'll have even better than Kartra. Kartra actually stopped developing any kind of cool functionality, cool features quite some time ago. And not sure if you know, but Donna and Mike and some of the devs in Groove, they came from Kartra, so they have they know what is possible, but we don't want to stop there. We want to kind of build on top of that. Hi David, hope you're doing well. Can you please do a full training on how to do webhooks and integration with Zapier, Pabbly, and integrated? That would be super helpful. It's actually very simple. If you only learn one process, you will learn every other process. So I do have a video on that already. I will probably create a new one because some of the things changed since then. But yes, I will do a video on GrooveKart now that GrooveKart is out with webhooks and API. So that's going to be coming. And in there, once you understand that one webhook connection, you'll understand every other. If I want to sell video production to businesses with several template choices, would you do that in GrooveSell or GrooveKart? GrooveSell, definitely. Or maybe I can use WordPress with GrooveSell, check out them. But why? Why would you use WordPress? You have 2 page builders in Groove that work smoother than WordPress. No need to get hosting, install WordPress, remember all those logins, install plugins, update plugins, install all the add-ons that you need to allow, because most of the page builders don't even have a pricing blocks or even countdown timer. So just log into GroovePages, you already have that. Definitely GrooveSell, because as I mentioned earlier, services are best sold in a funnel way. Services are kind of a digital product. It's something that is not fulfilled physically, and it's not something that you go in a store, oh, I'm going to buy this service and this service and this service. It's you buy one service and you want to focus on that one. So this is like when you go to a hair salon, you may have different services that they offer you, but they're focused, okay, first we're going to do this one thing. Later on, you can offer upsells. Then we're going to do another thing, but it's not like I want this and this and this and this and this, and then all at the same time. So funnels, if you think about services, how to sell them with funnels, and sell them with packages. Believe me, guys, if you sell it with packages, just do the thinking for the customer. If you want to do kind of custom offers, do a contact us option there. But believe me, most of the people that come to a page or a funnel or a website that sells any kind of services, they don't want to think, they don't want to kind of guess the prices. They want to see, okay, this package has this and this, costs this much. Do I want it? Do I not want it? I can click and buy it immediately then and there. And that also kind of makes it more passive. It's kind of an automation machine, a sales machine online working for you day in and day out. So if you only rely on contact us for pricing, uh, or reach out so we can chat on the options you need, it's like more work for most probably less people will contact you. People don't like to talk on the phone anymore. If you offer these pre-made packages, it's going to be more automatic and people will not need to contact anyone. So that's my suggestion, and it works. It's shown that it works better. Should I click yes to all kinds of cookies? Answering to question for cookie policy generated. Does your website use this type of I don't know what type of cookies you will be collecting, or what type of information and what type of services you will have. So I cannot give you a definitive answer. Hey there, David. Do we get our iPads to show images in GrooveKart? How do we get our iPads to show images in our GrooveKart? I don't know. I don't have iPads and I don't know what the issue could be. But please record a Loom video and reach out to support if you have any issues with images showing, then we could look into it. Thanks, David. I'm new to Groove, but I find you guys are so authentic, integrated, and generous with your teaching. Thank you very much. That's what we are trying to do. I learned so much with you and Groove Academy from Mike. Great work. Keep it up. Thank you very much. Mina, Bo, we're looking forward to seeing you more. We're doing these Q&A sessions every Tuesday and Friday. At the same time, it's usually at noon Eastern Standard Time for the American people, and in my time zone it is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Kartra has a funnel map too. I like the pre-built one-click campaigns created by Frank Kern. It sounds like I'll need to recreate those pre-built campaigns from Kartra in my Groove account. Yes, so in case you are using their campaigns, there is no way to import them. Platforms like these don't like to work together a lot. So if you see importers or exporters of these types of things, then that is most of the time because one company created two platforms that need to communicate. But you will very rarely see a platform that works and sells have an exporter of these campaigns or emails or things like that. For example, we have a lot of people coming over from Infusionsoft. They're asking us like, how can I bring over my tags? How can I bring over my sequences? And we are always telling them, if they allow you to export them, or if they give you somehow some file, we would be happy to help you. But unfortunately, those platforms don't allow you to export stuff. So that's the reason for it. When building a new site, should focus primarily be a mobile build? It depends. It depends on who your target audience is. Like, for example, if your target audience is people who are looking for a retirement home, they're most probably not using mobile devices. Again, if your audience is I don't know, people that are looking for accounting software, again, most probably they will not be buying that through the phone. They will be buying that on a computer. But if you're selling or focusing on somebody that is mainly looking at offers on a mobile phone, like young people or these moms and dads that are looking for solutions or ideas to be creative or resourceful, those types of products work well on mobile primarily, but it only depends on the target audience. Let me reverse that question. Why don't GrooveKart images show on an iPad? I don't know, Tommy. I would love to help you, but I don't have the answer. If you have issues with that, please record a video on what is happening and how it doesn't show. And if it shows on a desktop but not on an iPad, just reach out to our support so we can look into it. I don't have any Apple devices and I don't plan to get them, so I wouldn't be able to look into it for you. But if you already have, just please do some sort of a recording of your screen or or something that provides us the details so we can look into the issue for you. That's it. Yeah, I'm not an Apple fan. Apple creates technology that kind of makes things easy, but they also limit a lot of functionalities and limit users in certain ways. And one of the biggest limitations that I hated was that iTunes platform. Like, oh my god, changing a ringtone on an Apple phone, I don't know if it's possible right now or not, but it is just a pain. Like, you cannot change a ringtone on a phone. Like, I want an MP3 song to be a ringtone. No. Andy God is saying it's probably an out-of-date browser. Yeah, it could be. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we went 1 hour and 30 minutes so far into this Q&A session. Hopefully I managed to answer all of your questions. If you have any other, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team if this is a technical question. In case you have a question that you need kind of a suggestion or maybe tips, just reach out to our Facebook community. We have a lot of people there that are willing to help. Okay, there's another question from Sean. Is there a way for me to make sure I have the latest version of Groove? Example, when you did the GrooveVideo update, my GrooveVideo page looked different, even though I did the hard reset. Only the hard reset. When I did the video, the video functionality was out for a day already, or 2 days. So there may be something with your browser that you may need to update your browser or check in incognito mode or anything, but it was already for 2 or 3 days out, so you may have some other issues with your browser, but a hard reload should do the job. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Hopefully see you next week on Tuesday. If you have any questions, feel free to jump into our Facebook community and ask there, or if it's a technical question, our support. Yeah, I wish you a very, very pleasant rest of the week and a beautiful weekend. Hopefully you get to work on your businesses or be with your family. I know I will be. So until next week, see you there and then, and bye for now.